Hello and welcome to our lesson 17. We shall be looking at how do we draw an entity relationship diagram step by step using a case scenario. Whenever you are drawing an ER model, you need to identify the following from a particular case study or description. One, you need to map out which are the entities. You need to map out which are the attributes. You need to map out what are the relationships that are existing within the entities. And finally, you need to identify the cardinality ratios. We are going to use this example to see how we can identify all the above and end up drawing an ER model. So we read the case scenario and then we'll walk it step by step. A university consists of a number of departments. So as we read, I want you to try and identify which are the entities. Try to identify which are the attributes. Try to identify which are the relationships and so on and so forth. So a university consists of a number of departments. Each department offers several courses. A number of modules make up each course. Students enroll in a particular course and take up modules towards the completion of that particular course. Each module is taught by a lecturer from the appropriate department, and each lecturer tutors a group of students. We begin with we need to identify the entities. Whatever I've put in a red font are what we are going to refer to as the entities. A university consists of a number of departments. So you can see that there is a relationship that is existing between university and department. Then each department offers several courses. Again, courses is an entity. A number of modules make up each course. We can see modules also coming there to be an entity. Students enroll in a particular course. So students are also coming out there as entities. Then each module is taught by a lecturer from the appropriate department. Again, we are seeing in that particular case lecturer becoming an entity. So we move along. The next thing we need to do is to identify the relationship. So remember, a relationship exists within entities. So a university consists of a number of departments. Whatever you have seen may indicate using a red font, that denotes the relationship. A university consists of a number of departments. So consist denotes the relationship that exists between university and department. The next relationship is where we are saying that each department offers several courses. So offers is the relationship that links department and courses. Then a number of modules make up each course. So make up is a relationship that exists between modules and the course. And some courses share modules. So the sharing denotes the relationship between courses and modules. Students enroll in a particular course. So this is the relationship that exists between students and courses. And they take modules. Who are these that take modules? It's the students that take module. So the relationship between students and module is the take towards the completion of that course. Each module is taught. So module is an entity, lecturer is an entity, taught by is a relationship. And whoever teaches comes from a particular department. And then each lecturer tutors. So you can see that a lecturer tutors. Tutors is a relationship that links the lecturer and the student. Thereafter, having identified your entities, having identified your relationship, then we can, from our case study, we didn't have the attributes listed. But if we had the attributes listed, we could have gone ahead and equally listed them. But in our case, we only had the entities listed and the relationship. So the next thing is to draw the entities. And of course, we know that we normally use a rounded rectangle to represent the entities. We have mapped out entities being university, department, courses, module, lecturer, and student. And I draw them. You may draw all of them together, or you may draw one at a time. So we can begin by drawing the university. On the basis of our statement, a university consists of a number of departments. So we can begin with those two entities alone, university and department. A university consists of department. So we are going to draw the first entity for university. The relationship is consist and then department. We are using this symbol to denote that a university may have more than one department. So this branching denotes the many. So anytime you see this symbol, always know that it represents many. So a university may have maybe no department, or one department, or may have many departments. So we have done that particular part. The next statement that we are told from our case scenario is that each department offers several courses. So that means that we now need to link department to courses. And how do we do that? Is department offers. So offers is our relationship, and then we are going to have the branching here to denote that the department may house or may offer maybe no course or one course or many courses. So that's why we are having this branching at that given point. We move along. The next sentence says that a number of modules make up each course and some courses share modules. In this given case, I want us to understand that modules to represent units. That means that a particular course may have one or more units. That's why we are having this branch. And because we are saying some courses may share units, that means that a given unit may appear in more than one course or more than one course. That's what is being denoted by that. We move along and read the next statement that says students enroll in a particular course. So that means that in a given course, we are having students enrolling. So we may have maybe no student enrolling, or one student enrolling, or many students who are enrolling in that particular course. That's why we are having the branching at that given point. We move along. We are saying that students take modules. So in that given case, we are having students who can take either one module, in this given case one unit, or they may take more than one unit. That's why we are having this branching. However, we equally know that a given module may be done by one student or may be done by more than one student. So that's why we are seeing us also branching at this given. We move along. We are saying that each module is taught by a lecturer. So a lecturer teaches either he may be teaching one module or may be teaching more than one module, but every module will be taught by a given lecturer. So that's why you can see we have the branching on the side of the module. The next thing is we are saying that a lecturer comes from the appropriate department. So there is a linkage between lecturer and the department. So a lecturer belongs to a specific department. However, a department may have more than one lecturer. That's why we are having the branching at this given point. We move along. We say that each lecturer tutors a group of students. So we are having a lecturer on this side, and we are saying that tutors a group of students. So that's why we are having the branching to denote that the lecturer tutors. It can be one student or maybe more than one student. That's why we are having that particular branch. Now, once that is done, the last thing that we now need to do is to do what we refer to as cardinality ratios. The cardinality ratios helps us to know to what extent is one entity being related to the other entity. How many entities of A are related with another entity of B? So in this particular case, we populate. It can either be a one-to-one, it can be either be a one-to-many, or it can be a many-to-many. So let's look at that relationship type and how it does appear. University consists, it may consist of no department. That's why we are using the 0 to denote no department. Or it may have one department, or it may have many departments. Now, many is denoted by an asterisk. So anywhere you are seeing us having this branching, we expect we should have an asterisk when we populate the cardinality ratios. So how do we read it? A university consists of 0 department, 1 department, or many departments. So we have populated on this side. We need to populate the upper side. So for us to populate this upper side, then we begin from the department side. That a department consists within one university. For a department to consist, there must be a university. And a department only belongs to a specific university. So that's why we can see 1, 1. A department exists within only one and one university. Now we go to the next relationship is between the department and the course. So a department may not be offering a course, or may be offering one course, or may be offering many courses. That's why we are having 0, asterisk. However, we know that a course only belongs to one department, or is offered by only one department and one department. For a course to exist, we expect that there is a department there that is offering that particular course. We move along and we look at the relationship that is existing between the courses and the module. A course can include only one unit or module, or can include more than one unit. For example, you may have a program like computer science, IT, business, it can be having one unit or one module or more than one module or more than one unit. Similarly, a given unit may appear in only one course or may appear in several courses. For example, you may find Introduction to Computers or Introduction to Programming being taught in more than one courses. That's the kind of relationship we are expressing in that given case. We move along. A course may be having either no students who have enrolled in it, or only one student have enrolled in that course, or many students may have enrolled in that particular course. However, from the side of the student, a student can only enroll in one. So long as you are a student, it means you are a student by the virtue of the course you have enrolled in. So a course belongs, or a student is enrolled in one course or one course. Then we have another relationship that exists between students and modules. A student may fail to take a unit, or may take one unit, or may take many units. Similarly, a unit maybe it has not been taken by any student, or may have been taken by one student, or may have been taken by many students. That's what we are denoting by this. Let's look at the next relationship that exists between the module and the lecturer. A module can only be taught by one lecturer and one lecturer alone. However, we know that a lecturer may have not picked a module to teach, or may have picked one module to teach, or may have picked multiple modules to teach. Then let's look at the relationship that exists between the student and the lecturer. We are being told that a lecturer can tutor. Maybe the lecturer may not be tutoring a student, or may be tutoring one student, or may be tutoring a group of students. That's what is being denoted here. However, every student is tutored by a particular lecturer. A group has been assigned a particular lecturer. Another group has been assigned another lecturer. So that's why we're saying that every student will be tutored by only a given lecturer. Lastly, let's look at the relationship that exists between lecturer and department. A department will employ, they might fail to be having a lecturer, or one lecturer, or more than one lecturer. So that's the 0 ... asterisk. However, a lecturer will only be employed, will only be assigned a particular department. A lecturer cannot belong to more than one department. And that's how we draw an ER diagram, and that's how we populate. Thank you. And that's how we populate. I want you to try out, read that particular case study, a hospital system, go it through, try to draw the entities, the relationship. Read the following case study to test your understanding. Identify the entities, identify the attributes, the relationship, and the cardinality ratios. Once you do that, I want you to draw the ER diagram from the above. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next